Good afternoon, everyone. I am Dishant Dhingra and I am present my research work on the topic of formulation and evaluation of biodiesel composite dental film for management of toothache. So, first of all, what is toothache? As we all know, that the toothache is the pain in and around the teeth and jaws, and it is one of the most common symptom of the dental caries or tooth decay. The innermost part of the tooth contains tooth pulp, and this is the part of the tooth that has become inflamed, infected, or injured when toothache begins. There are some symptoms of toothache like pain on drinking hot or cold beverages, pain on eating sweet snacks, and generally sensitive teeth, and pain on biting or during chewing foods, and last is severe pain that you wakes up while you are sleeping. And this is the formulation of my research work, that is dental film. So dental film is the flexible or soft films and have prolonged action in the mucosa, and it is easily washed away and removed by saliva. And the dental film has able to protect the bound surface and thus reduce pain, and also to treat oral diseases like gum infections and abscesses, tools, etc., more efficiently. An ideal dental film has some properties like non-toxicity, biocompatibility, and inexpensive, and also have appropriate peel, tensile, and shear strength, and have sufficient mucoadhesive feature. And this is the objective of my research work. First of all, to design and develop the formulation of dental film, to optimize the formulation by using response surface methodology, and then evaluate and characterize the formulation, and finally to carry out the in vitro drug release studies and permeation studies. This is the formulation of dental film. We have prepared the dental film by using solvent casting method. In solvent casting method, first of all, the polymers and the excipients was dissolved into the uh, appropriate solvent, and then heating if required, or homogenize using magnetic stirrer. And the solution will cast into the battery dish, and then placed into the hot oven for drying at 45 to 50 degrees Celsius for 24 hours, and finally peeling and cutting the resulting film. This is the results of my research work. First of all, pre-formulation study. In pre-formulation studies, we have checked the organoleptic properties of drug. The drug is etoricoxib. As we all know, etoricoxib is a white crystalline powder, odorless and bitter in taste. And then we have checked the melting point of etoricoxib by using capillary rise method, and the melting point revealed that the drug is pure and it cannot be degraded. Then we have identified the drug sample by using FTIR spectroscopy. This is the graph of FTIR of drug, and this is the graph of FTIR of physical mixture, that is etoricoxib and HPMC E15. The HPMC E15 is the polymer. This is the table which revealed that the stretching and bending into the FTIR. And then UV spectroscopically method, we have checked the UV spectrum of etoricoxib in different solvents like methanols and simulated salivary solution. In methanol, the UV spectrum of etoricoxib was checked at lambda max 235 nanometer, and in simulated salivary solution, the UV spectrum of etoricoxib was checked at lambda max 234 nanometer. And this is the calibration curve of toricoxib in methanol, and the R square value is 0.998. And this is the calibration curve of toricoxib in simulated salivary solution, and the R square value is 0.991. And this is the formulations. We have prepared the 6 different formulation with different composition, and this is the polymer concentration. We have chosen 2 different polymers like HPMC E15 and Utrazit RL100. And this is the plasticizer we have chosen, that is PEG 400, and this is the solvent we have chosen, that is methanol. And this is the 4 different compositions of different formulations. The length of final formulation was 2 centimeters square and the width was 1 centimeter square. And finally, we have characterized the dental film. First of all, thickness study. We have uh, checked the thickness of each film from each batch and calculate the by using micrometer and calculate the average thickness of prepared films. Next is weight uniformity. We have checked the weight uniformity of prepared films from each batch, and we have taken 5 different films from each batch and placed into the hot air oven at 60 degrees Celsius for 4 hours. After that, we have taken after taking films and then weight and calculate the average weight of each prepared films. And then percentage moisture absorption and percentage moisture loss. For percentage moisture absorption, we have taken the 5 films from each batch and placed into the desiccator which containing concentrated sodium chloride solution. And for 3 days, after 3 days, we have checked the weight of each film from each batch and calculate the percentage moisture absorption. And for percentage moisture loss, we have taken the 5 different films from each batch and placed into the refrigerator, which containing silica gel for 3 days. After 3 days, we have checked the weight of each film and calculate the percentage moisture loss. And then folding adherence. For folding adherence, the folding adherence is the repeatedly folding the films from the same place until it breaks, and then calculate the value of folding adherence. And then next is drug content study. For drug content study, we have taken films from each batch and placed into the beaker which containing methanol, and then check into the UV spectrometry method, and then calculate the drug content of drug. And the last is drug release study of film. We have taken the dissolution apparatus that is manufactured by Lab India and manufactured by Lab India, and in this we have the film was dipped into the beaker and which contains 900 ml of simulated salivary solution. This is a graph of dissolution study in percentage drug release versus time, and this is the different formulations, dissolution study of different formulations. And finally, conclusion, it can be concluded that the designed dental film toricoxine was found to possess good physical characteristics, and in vitro release study was found to be better absorption, and design formulation have potential to overcome the disadvantage of poor and erratic bioavailability associated with presently market oral tablets or gel preparations. And then finally, formulation that is DF6 we have chosen was evaluated with respect to weight variation, that is 125.3 plus minus 0.515, and moisture absorption 45.3% and moisture loss 4.66%, surface pH 7, folding adherence more than 250 degrees, drug content that is 98 plus minus 0.05%, and in vitro drug release study 97.5 plus minus 0.9%, which has satisfactory attributes. This method we have chosen, that is solvent casting method, was relatively simple and can easily be adopted by industry. Thank you.